Hi, this is Morco. We're here at Rock am Ring and Rock im Park 2024, and I'm really excited to have Ian from Billy Talent here with me.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, yeah.
Are you excited for tonight's show?
Yeah, very much, very much. We played the park yesterday, and the ring is always, it's out of control, awesome. So
it's like your 6th time here. How does it feel coming back to this festival every few years?
It's someone said it was our 8th time here, and I wasn't sure if it was like the 6th or 7th or 8th. But
I just looked up.
it's always amazing, like coming back here, because so many memories, just like so many bands we've played with over the years here. Obviously, like super honored to play with Green Day, but we played with Metallica and Muse and Linkin Park and just tons of bands. So
damn, yeah,
it's been a great festival.
You have a really special connection to Germany and your German fans. Just last year, you released another live album with the German headliner show, live from Frankfurt. What do you think is so special about this particular show?
It's the Fest Hall is one of those just legendary kind of venues that we played it a few times, but just the layout of the room and the amount of people that it can fit in there, and the sound is really unique, and it's like there's no other venue in Germany like it. So we wanted to record it there, and it was a special show. I mean, it was probably the biggest show of the tour. So we definitely want to record that show, and it turned out great. The video and the album and everything.
How would you compare it to the 666 concert that was released in 2007? I think it was. I mean, it was a whole different era.
Yeah, a whole different era. I mean, because back then we only had 2 albums at that when we recorded that. So we only had material from 2 albums, but to be able to play like 6 albums worth of material was pretty amazing. We had a couple songs from each album representing on the album. So.
Another really cool release that came out just last week was Watoosh, the album you released under your old name Pezz for its 25th anniversary. Was that something you have been planning for a long time, or was that more a spontaneous effort?
It was sort of spontaneous because we have released it before. Yeah. Like we obviously released it in '99 when we were selling it from the stage. We never had a record label or anything. So it was when we were independent. And then we reissued it through, I think, Visions back in 2007. So it was just after that it was just never up on streaming sites or even available. So some of our fans were asking for it again, and we just decided to reissue it and redo, make it a thing. So it's like a T-shirt and a poster and all that stuff too.
Do you feel like the album is like still a part of Billy Talent despite releasing it under a different name?
It's kind of it definitely shows our fans where we came from.
Okay.
It's if you listen to that record, it's the sound of 4 members finding their sound, like a band finding their sound, and we were playing all sorts of different influences at that time, from punk to ska to like just straight up rock and roll and so it's kind of an interesting piece in our, it's an interesting chapter in our Billy Talent story.
Yeah, it sure is. What does it have in common with the Billy Talent album for you personally?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
No, just musically, it just does not. I don't think it sounds like anything we've done. But maybe there's like bits and pieces here and there. It definitely shows how the 4 of us really gelled together as musicians.
Okay.
And where the evolution of where Billy Talent came out of that, right? So,
damn. Another of your albums had an anniversary last year, which was your first album, Billy Talent 1.
Yeah.
How do you look back on that particular record, and what's your personal connection to it?
That was so coming out of like Pezz Watoosh to get to that record a few years later was it's kind of like it's like finding your voice, right? It's the first time we worked with a real producer who really focused our sound, and so it was for us that was such a breath of fresh air, and it breathed new life into this band that had been around since 1993.
Yeah,
we had started, right?
Are there songs on that record you can't really connect to anymore?
I feel like I still enjoy that record. I mean, songs like "Living in the Shadows" is probably one of my favorites, and "Nothing to Lose," like the social commentary about bullying from that song, is still important to today. So I think it's I'm really happy with that record.
What many bands do more often are like these anniversary tours when a record turns like 20 or 30 years. Was that no option for you to do it on that record?
We were thinking about it, but then we had already done like sort of an anniversary tour on the 10th anniversary of that. So we were like, let's not do it this time around. Okay. Maybe we'll plan. Maybe if anything, we'll plan something for our second album.
Okay. That would have been my next question.
Yeah. I think that's more of our fan favorite album. So we'll definitely want to do something for that.
I'm really excited for it. Crisis of Faith came out like 2 years ago. Have you already started on working on a new album?
Yeah, bits and pieces. I've been working on music here and there. Yeah. So nothing, there's no schedule or anything like that. But always excited to get back into the writing mode. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Yes. You've still got some shows this summer, many festivals. What else do you look forward to in 2024?
We're doing a few dates in the UK, which we haven't done a lot on this Crisis of Faith tour. So I'm excited to go there and play Download Festival as well. We haven't played Download in a long time, so I think that's kind of it for the band this year. And then I'm excited to get home and just start working on new material. Because I feel like I've got enough songs together now that I want to just start cracking away at them. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for coming here.
Thank you.
I wish you a great set. Enjoy your time at Rock am Ring. And
awesome. Thank you for having me.